hospital, this is called case mix. And it'll show you that certain costs of certain things go down. Like just say, oh, well, today an appendectomy is 20% cheaper than it was yesterday.
That's hilarious.
Should you get like a procedure done should you get a procedure done on a Tuesday instead of a Friday? Does that matter?
No, it depends upon the OR time and how it's been scheduled. Because, of course, priority cases like people who have life and death situations are going to be pushed ahead of you. Yeah. Anybody who's diabetic, elderly, or fragile care are going to get priority in the OR. So they're going to, take up more OR time too, because they're going to need more prep time. They're going to need more recovery time as well. Yeah. So those kind of things, and the amount of cases on a particular day will also increase your charges.
Okay, so there's a lot of variables, but there's no way as a customer to kind of know when to get the best deal?
You can actually call. Depending upon how forthcoming your physician is.
Right.
That's one thing. I can tell you that if you have a procedure done in an outpatient place, like if you get something done in the hospital, it's going to cost you way more than going to an outpatient clinic, even if it's the same hospital, because you've got facility charges on top of that. So like, just say if you're going to get a colonoscopy, if you go to the colonoscopy at the main campus hospital, it's going to be a lot more expensive than if you go to one of their outpatient clinics and get it done.
Those little satellites in a strip mall somewhere, and you don't even know what that building is.
Not even that, just as long as it's not associated with a hospital.
But
University of Maryland has different surgical centers throughout the state, and so all of them.
If you
go to a surgical center,
they've got
rather than a full hospital, it's going to be a lot cheaper.
Right.
Marianne's sort of joking. They have standards. It's not like you're going to go to some back alley with a guy in a hangar or whatever. I mean, they've got...
No,
yeah.
It's going to be the same procedure. And once again, basically, also now, if you have a very high-risk case, then they're going to tell you can't have your surgery there. You're going to have to be in the hospital, because if there's any complications, they're going to be able to rush you to ICU or something like that. But for the general person, it's going to be a lot cheaper to get it done at one of the outpatient clinical surgical facilities. And in Maryland, state of Maryland, one of the reasons why our costs are even more higher is we have a very high percentage of an indigent population. So basically what happens is, because of the Hippocratic Oath and law, if somebody comes in and they're in dire need, we have to treat them no matter what.
Right.
To make sure. So you have to pay for them. That means all of the people who are
uninsured.
We are paying for all of the uninsured and underinsured. So just like, the same thing when, reason why your rates for auto insurance in Maryland is because of people who don't have insurance.
Right.
So they have to increase all the cost of everything in order to help cover for the other people who can't afford to pay.
John, let me ask you.
Another reason.
Are there states where you walk in and you're about to die and they're like, nope, you ain't got insurance, man, you got to go?
No, not in this country.
All right, okay.
There are
Let me
other
ask you
countries
this,
where
John.
that's the drill.
What if I go in and I'm like, I don't have my ID and I don't have insurance? Will I just get it for free?
They have to treat you.
For free?
They have to treat you. Now they're going to ask you a whole bunch of information, and that's just part of the problem. Is legally we have to treat you, but a lot of people lie. A lot of people come in and they'll give us false information, especially in the ER. And once they're taken care of, a lot of them will get up and leave. They'll sneak out.
Can't find them.
Before they even check out. What?
You can't find them because they give you bad information.
That's right.
And
So if I
them and they're
got
gone.
knee replacement surgery, I could just be like, oh, I forgot my insurance.
They're not gonna, that's not something
and
that...
I'm going to sneak out halfway through and then I don't have to pay.
See, having had...
Well, that's not considered an emergency procedure. So they would actually verify things like that. But if you came in with like an appendicitis, or if you're bleeding, or a gunshot wound, or you've got an extremely high fever, 105, 106, they have to treat you right away no matter what.
Yeah, man.
And we even have people who will come in sometimes via ambulance or they have no ID on them, but they have to have their lives saved, because that's what we do at a hospital. However, getting any recovery of payment is very difficult.
Yeah. So I'll just go in and be like, oh no, I need a boob job. It's an emergency, and then not pay for it.
Yeah, they'll let you
That'd be great. It's an
emergency.
emergency.
It's really funny because it's funny because there are now countries, Germany and England are two of them, where it'll actually be covered under insurance because it's considered a self-esteem issue legally.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Hey, and I'll just say it, MedStar Health, it's how we treat people. They've done...
And the other two reasons that make our costs so high in the state of Maryland is, one, we have a very litigious population being this close to D.C., so that means that all of the malpractice insurance has gone through the roof for them.
Yeah, man.
So they have to, they are getting charged out the yin yang, so their costs go up as well, since they have to cover that insurance in order, to pay for themselves.
Right.
And then another reason why the state of Maryland is so high is we used to have what they call reimbursement rates until about 10 years ago, which meant that the state of Maryland would basically say, all right, we have an indigent population that you serve this much, so we reimburse you a set figure for anything, antibiotics, dressing, whatever. That amount was set. Every year, we would go to the state of Maryland and say, okay, here are the indigent population that we served. This is what we did. And they would give us reimbursement based upon a set amount of money.
Okay.
Well, that changed about 10 years ago to what they call capitation, which capitation means basically what they do is they give us a set amount of money at the beginning of the year based upon what we did last year,
Right.
and that's it.
And then they're like, this
runs
is it,
out,
yeah.
it's all in the hospital. So it doesn't matter if the population has increased, if we're seeing more patients who can't afford to pay, we only have that amount of money to pay for procedures. So once
Find
again, that
another
also
spot.
causes more increases for our patients who are payers.
My head's spinning now, John, but thanks a lot, man. You know
You got capitated.
your hospital finance. Yeah, we got
Well, listen, I've been
decapped.
in finance for 20 years, so believe me, my friend, I have seen it all.
Yes, yeah.
And it's very complicated. A lot of people don't think about it, but it's
Yeah, I don't know if
it's
I've
just
been, my mind has been eased by talking to you. I appreciate the call, but I don't know if I'm like, great, now I know how to save money.
It's probably fun to talk to at a party. You get a lot of information.
Yeah, like
John in
write
the corner.
things down.
Yeah, but thanks for
Well,
checking in.
if you're going to save money, the best thing you could do, one,
healthy.
is well, not only that, but also make sure you get operated on in a clinic or an outpatient center.
Okay.
Also, if you get operations done when people don't want to have them done certain times of the year, like a lot of people don't want to be operated on right before Christmas or around holidays because they want to be able. So I just drop around those times because there's more OR time, things like that.
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Good tips,
Saving
John.
money.
Thanks,
Yeah.
bro.
Thank you, John. That was cool. Hot tips.
Enjoy your.
Thank you.
man.
That was cool, yeah. But that's bleak to talk about the people that aren't paying and all that.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I want my appendectomy on Christmas Eve. Okay?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And I'll go to this kiosk. It's cheaper.
It's the Kirk and Marianne bonus round with